Hello everyone. So I have a day off at work and my wife is working, so I can do whatever I want. I can party, I can order pizza and strippers, I can molest fruits and vegetables at the supermarket. The opportunities are endless. So what am I going to do today? I'm going out on a carving trip. That's right, I'm going to find me a large piece of wood and I'm gonna carve it till it likes it. And then I'm gonna carve it some more, because carving is caring. Now then, with me I have my trusted bag, my trusted dog, and my morale enhancer. Yeah, that's right. And remember, boys and girls, always drink before working with cutting tools, because it is not fun and games until somebody loses a finger. Wait, is that how the saying goes? I'm not sure now. So, obviously, the first job of any carving trip is to find stuff to carve. We will be looking for downed trees and, the best of all, uprooted pine. Because pine root is a dream to carve in. Yeah, that's the goal. Well, that and maybe smoking some peace pipe with the entire Victoria's Secret lineup. But guess that is not going to happen. Okay then, not a downed tree or a root, but check this out. Look at the size and the width. See how hard it looks. I just want to cry senpai at it and do my best cat girl impression. So that's our target. Yes, I know it looks suggestively, but no, ignore it. Now we need to saw it off and work it like it owes us money. Rule number 1 of woodworking: always use gloves. Always. Your hands are tender and delicate and you do not want to overwork them. You need those hands for other things, better things, things that bring you joy and happiness. Ready to go. Rule number 2 of woodworking: always use a saw. I don't care if your knife can chop down a brick house, or if your ex is the one Ragnar used to invade England. You want a saw. So then, after you have your wood block sawed off, you grab it tight and you grab it lovingly, you know, tender like, and you go off and you find yourself a flat work surface. Because the last thing you want is to work with your axe right on the ground. That is just begging for edge damage. Here is one option: a downed tree. We can flatten this part here with an axe and use it as a sort of a makeshift table, a work table to work on. But we're going to try and find something better. Wow, check this out. Look at it sticking out of the ground like a proper zombie erection. Yeah, this is what you want. The work surface, I mean, not the other thing. Now that we have everything we need and are ready to begin our carving, we are going to sharpen our tools. And by that I actually mean sharpening this time. Not like that one time in band camp with the band conductor and pictures of Girl Scouts gone wild. No! Now for field sharpening we are using two things: a sharpening stone, this is diamond side and this is a ceramic side, and a leather belt for stropping. unless your blade is seriously damaged, you won't need any more than this. Well, you shouldn't. Now then, lovingly touch up your edge. Gently move your sharpening stone over it again and again until it shines and sparkles. And then you turn that edge over and you do it again, the other side. Oh yeah, my edge is getting sharp just thinking about it. After a few minutes of touching up, which is the most I can last, we can clearly see results in the edge. And now we go strope. We strope it hard and we strope it rough. Belts, focus, you stupid camera. Belts are the best for the field in my opinion, because A, they're cheap, B, they're pretty high quality, and C, they can act as belts. Stroping, 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 stroping. I'm just stropping my own axe. No, it's not kinky. Stropping my own axe. Stropping my own axe. Oh, what fun it is to be stropping your own axe. Okay, so I'm gonna do it for a while, plus I want some privacy, so I'll be back with you shortly. Alrighty then, manscaping test. Yep, it will manscape. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't need to do the same for my knife because I just did it yesterday. I take care of my knife, but you should do both before you begin serious woodworking and carving projects. So like, keep your tools sharp, because surprisingly sharper tools make for safer work. I know, sounds stupid, but that's true. Now then, a lot of people like to work with square wooden blocks, or blanks as they call them. I don't. Why? Well, because I am a lazy bum and I'm proud of it. In my less than scholarly opinion, one flat side is plenty enough for a spoon, and I don't bloody need anymore. And that's what we will be doing. We will be X-shaving this side of the branch to be flat and pretty. Let's start. Okay then, so I had a small malfunction with the camera. So I began explaining how I'm gonna shave, X-shape this into a shape, and the camera didn't film it. So anyhow, we're gonna do the rest of it. What you want to do is hold the wood at an angle, so that when you work with the X comes down after the line where your hand holds the wood. That way you minimize the chance of yourself hurting yourself with your very recently stroked and sharp X. Okay, we are getting in shape, so to speak. Whew! I'm getting too old for this. Alright, so a bit unexpected. but I think I found the perfect spoon stick. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Wood. I'm going to work with this. Ah, so sexy. Alright, so after some backpedaling on what wood to use, we're going with this one. This is the beauty of these trips. All these unexpected things happen. Now, again, like I said, we are going to make one side flip. Let's do it. As you can see, still got some work to do here. And yeah, I took off my gloves because it is really difficult to press the phone record button with them. But we are getting into flat spoon shape. Okay, we have something to work with here. Wait. Not bad. Gonna remove the bark with the knife because you don't want bark when you're carving. Alrighty then, we have a stick. It has one flat surface, well, some more, and no bark, and now we will be X-shaping it into a spoon. First thing, we are going to figure out where the bowl of the spoon is going to be. It's going to be somewhere around here, and we will shape this end and curve it up. Now, this is the most hated part of any spoon making, in my opinion. If you don't hate it, you're doing it wrong. Let's start. Okay, nothing to see here. Just shaping my spoon. Okay, this goes along nicely. Man, I hate working without gloves. Stupid phone. It's funny how much faster this goes than if I were to do this with a knife. Doing this with a knife is a bloody nightmare. Okay, this is either a spoon or a sex toy. I haven't made up my mind yet. Okay, so I have shortened the stick a little, the hand where the handle is going to be, and I am now shaping the spoon, well, into shape. This is kind of risky because you're working with a knife very close to your hand, so again, always work in such an angle that you are beginning to work after the place where you hold your spoon. This will, well, protect your fingers. shape is getting there. Alright, so we have ourselves our rough shape. We have where the bowl is gonna be, we have a handle, and we have all of our fingers. Yay! Now what? Well, now it's time for some knife work, and this is where things are going to get complicated. Okay then, so some real talk here. Carving requires some pretty advanced and delicate knife work. If you do it wrong, there is a high chance of you cutting yourself. On the other hand, if you do it really wrong, there is always a chance of cutting other people nearby, which is nice. Now, teaching all manners of knife work in one little YouTube film, video thingy, is laughingly impossible. But much like an OnlyFans girls, I'm going to show you just enough and trust you to take care of yourself from there. Okay? The first technique we are going to use is mainly for making deep cuts and remove a lot of material. You hold the knife with your 4 fingers towards yourself, like this, the blade towards yourself, and you place the wood between your thumb and the blade. Then you press inwards with your fingers and you kind of help guide the wood with your thumb and with the other hand. This will allow you to make quick and deep cuts and to shape. This is used to shape the bowl and the handle. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing because this is extremely uncomfortable, but we are removing this part. As I've said before, wear gloves, they will protect your hands. This is extremely painful on the thumb. I'm sorry, on this finger. Is it the index finger? I don't know. But pressing with all your force on the back of the blade, well, it's not fun. Yep. Chipping away slowly but steadily. Rough shape is getting there, but we're going to need to remove a lot of material here. So yeah, that's what we're going to work on now. The second technique we will be using is thumb driving. This means to hold the wood in one hand with the 4 fingers and to put the blade on top of it. You then put both of your thumbs on the spine of the blade and you gently push the blade using your thumbs, and you kind of pull on the spoon or the wood that you are carving with the 4 fingers. You pull it backwards. This will allow for very controlled, very delicate carves. It is great for feather sticking, and it will allow you to remove exactly the amount of material that you want. Very basic carving technique that everyone should know and use. And again, don't be like me, this is already hurting on my thumbs. Use gloves. And the third technique we will be using is called the pile driver. In it, Your partner should be laying on the ground with the bottom of the partner facing sorry, wrong video. Disregard that. Stupid dog. Getting along nicely. Still have some material to remove here, so that is what we'll be doing. Look at the dog. Oh, isn't he cute? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Cute Dogo-chan. Yeah, you're cute. Sorry. Back to work. Alright. We have the general shape of a spoon. Now it's time to carve out the bowl. For that we are going to be using a spoon knife or a hook knife. This is by Ray Isles. I don't know if you can see it. It's a British knife. It is super high quality. I recommend it very much. Let's start. So the way you work this is against the grain, and you kind of just remove material. First you do it on the outer borders and inward. Now you remove material until, well, until either you're too tired or there is not much material left. What you do need to be careful about is two things. A, you need to be careful not to carve a hole in your spoon. That would send even the most cautious of carvers into a nerd rage. And second, you need to be careful not to damage the outer side of your spoon. And you do this by cutting away like a millimeter away from the edge, not by the edge itself. Obviously you do it on both sides. This is a bit less comfortable, but you know, we'll manage. And you do it until you have a bowl. Getting there, sort of. Alright, so we have what appears to be the beginning of a spoon. For fit and finish, for rough fit and finish, I like to use stones, natural stones that I usually find at the beach. Is it better than sandpaper? No, but I don't know, it feels more close to nature to me like that, I guess. Also, it's much cheaper, and you know, I'm married, so I'm on a budget. Yeah, I'm rubbing my spoon. That didn't come out well, but as you can see, it gets smoother. And so I'm gonna be sitting here rubbing my own spoon for a while. Yeah, that's great. And afterwards we're going to need to make sure that after we take the spoon home, it does not crack on us. Now, why do spoons crack? Because as wet tree dries out and the moisture leaves the tree, the material shrinks. Now, at first it shrinks on the outside where the most moisture evaporates, and as it shrinks on the outside but not on the inside, it cracks. And now, to prevent this, we are going to put this spoon in covered in soil, and that way when the moisture evaporates on the outside, it goes into the soil around the wood, around the spoon, and still keeps the wood moist and cold enough so it will not crack. Oh yes, spoon, get rubbed. Okay, so this looks actually much better than it did before. Okay, I'm happy. I'm very happy. Okay, I'm gonna stop showing you my rubs now. How then we prevent our little spoon from cracking? Well, we are going to need a plastic bottle. A stupid dog. Doggo! Yes, you are a cute. You're such a cutie, wooty, wooty. I'm sorry. We're going to need a plastic bottle and a shovel. Now, fill the bottle with soil. Pretty much any will do. Try to keep it with as little stones and sticks as possible, but you know, whatever works. After it's, well, half full, you put your spoon inside, kind of, you know, shove it in there, but gently. That spoon is a lady. And then, well, you fill it up some more. As I said, the soil will absorb the spoon's moisture and allow it to dry out in rather even temperatures and prevent it from cracking. Yeah, baby. It is a bit more difficult when you do it with like cook saws and larger carving instruments. Well, larger instruments that you have carved them in. But in theory, this is how you do it. There we go. One bottle of spoon, willing and ready. Now, we're pretty much done. Now we just need to let it dry out for a week or two, and then we'll take it out, oil it up, and we have ourselves a spoon. Hope you liked it. See you around.